What's going on, Hyperdrivers, and welcome to part 3 of the Fanhome Build a Darth Vader model kit. If you're following along with these series of videos, I left a playlist for you guys to go through. You can start from part 1 and work your way up to part 3 where I'm at right now, so you can see how this all goes together. Fanhome is a subscription-based model service, so if you want to build one of these models, you pay a monthly fee and they send parts of the model every month until you finally completed the entire thing. This is how I did the D'Agostini Millennium Falcon that I have on my wall, which I absolutely love. It's a 1-to-1 scale to the original filming prop for Empire Strikes Back. Super cool build. And so far, this Darth Vader is coming along really, really nicely, and I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. If at any time you decide that you want to build one of these in any one of these videos, I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys to get to Fanhome so you can check them out. All right. So every month they give you something a little different along with the parts. This month I got this folder to put the books in, which is awesome because they were starting to just lay around the room. But this is a really nice way to organize the books that you get with it, because each one of these books has some really cool information in it and you may want to refer to it later down the road. There's a sticker set that comes with it so you can label each one. So I imagine I'm going to get more of these as I go along with the build. All right, let's see what came in the box. All right, so this month we're going to be working on step 6, 7, and 8. Let's see what we're going to be getting into there. Here are the packages for it, for each step. Step 6, looks like it's some information on Darth Sidious, Palpatine, and then we have Moff Gideon. Every book comes with some little information on some of the Star Wars characters, which is pretty cool. And then here are the steps right here. So for this one, we're going to be doing the helmet and chest panel again. We're going back to work on that. And it looks like we're adding in a few more greeblies and then adding in the top part of the helmet. So that is step 6. Step 7 is some information on Moorband. Used to be Korban. And got some of that. Cassie Kryar. Forgot about her. Creepy looking alien. Some information on that character. You got some more parts of the helmet right here. So we're adding some stuff to the interior of it. Okay. And then in step 8, it has some information on, looks like Darth Vader from Rebels. There's the Inquisitor. Yeah, so this is about him during the beginning or just before episode 4. And you got Admiral Modi right there. And now we're going to be working a little bit more on the chest panel, and then looks like parts of the back of the neck. So adding a little more greeblies onto that. So after all this, we should have close to a finished helmet. So let's get to it. Just lay out the parts that I'm going to be working on. And there's the chest plate. All right. Got this new light because working on this black helmet and all these little parts, it's very difficult to see. So hopefully this will help me out. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, look at all that light. And I could even tilt it. This is awesome. All right, let's see what's going on in step 6. So we got the helmet and chest panel. Looks like some more pieces to the chest and then the top part. So let's see, could be this bag. It'd be nice if they labeled the bag, you know? That way you know what's what. Okay. I think this is the right bag. Oh, I like that they're all in Ziplocs, that's cool. Looks like you got a magnet, got some screws. There's the top part. That's nice. All right. All right, so we're starting off with the chest piece. This is what we were working on last time. And we're just gonna add in these parts here. So it looks like the blue one goes on top. And it looks like they press in just like that. And then we have this next part here, and this will press in as well. So it looks like it goes in this way. All right, so you end up with it looking like that. Cool. And then we're gonna add in these 3 parts. Now they have them labeled as different numbers. Or no, they don't. DV603. So it looks like it's just all the same thing. I don't think there's anything different about any of these pieces. Yeah, they all look identical. So this is just gonna pop right in here. Try the bottom one first, see that. Yeah, you'll get like a snap fit to it. One of them has a notch at the top, and that goes right around this screw area here. So you could just put that one at the very top. And all the other ones, you just pop right in like that. It says that if it has any issues, you can put glue to tighten it up a little bit more, but mine seem to be fitting in just fine. All right, and then we're gonna add in these little red indicators in here, and these also are gonna pop in. So like that. Whoa, that one popped out. Pop that in. There you go. All right, so it should look like this. And it looks like everything's staying in place. That was pretty easy. Let's move that off to the side. Next part we're working on is the top part of the dome. We got our magnet here. Now the magnet orientation for this should line up, I think, with the top part of the helmet. So let's get that. Yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, we installed the magnet on here last time, and I imagine this is what it's going to connect to. So you want to make sure that you got the polarity right. See, like right here, it's pushing away. So you want to make sure you have the right side up. So this side is the part we want facing out. All right. So from the looks of that, it means that if this is the part we want facing out, this is the part that's got to go up here like that in this area. And that should connect. Yeah, because otherwise if it went the other way, it would push away, which this is what it's doing. Okay, so I got that right. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now you have that, and then this part connects right on top of this. It looks like face out, so it's going to do this. I want to make sure that all of these notches that they have here, that they all line up with these screw holes. Okay? So then after this, we're going to take and bring it over here, and we're going to fit it right on his head. You want to make sure these line up here on both sides, like that, because we're going to screw it in. I have this connected with, we can take that off. A little bit there. Okay, let's do one more test fit just to make sure I got that magnet orientation right. Even though I know I did. Boom. That fits right in there. Of course, it wants to spin around too, but maybe when the rest of the head's put together, it's connects a little easier. But yeah, it holds. All right, let's move on to step number 7. See what we got going on here. So we're working on the helmet only for this one. And it looks like we're adding in some greeblies onto the interior. So let's see what's in the back. All right, so these are like stickers that you put on the inside, and it gives it this like textured appearance on the interior. This, I don't know what this is. Probably sits somewhere on the nose. Let's see what we gotta do. So, looks like we're gonna be adding in these stickers onto the interior, and they're gonna go right in here, okay? So this is, it can be nice if they numbered it again. But this looks like this fits here like this, like that. Yeah, I think so. I think that's how that works. Because this other one looks like it's the other side, all right? So, okay. Not a huge fan of stickers, but hopefully I get this right the first time. Okay. That looks pretty good. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Hopefully they give me some more, because kind of, when I put the glue in to tighten down these greeblies here, to have them stick a little bit better, kind of oxidated a little bit. I mean, if anything, I can always just add a little paint there to cover that up, but we'll see how this works out as it goes. I think I got it, man. First try, not bad. All right, so that's how that looks. Okay. Next part, we're gonna take this and we're gonna add it into the center section. So there are these two notches, and they look like it goes up at the top, and it also says that it should just snap in. If it doesn't, you can use super glue to tighten it down. So let's see, this goes into these two holes here. It's a little challenging with the helmet, because it kind of can't get your hand in there that easy. That is a little pain in the ass to do. Okay. And I look a little closer just to make sure. It looks like it sits in there pretty awkwardly though. Like it goes down pretty good down over here, but this rim almost looks like it's up. But it isn't. Yeah, it doesn't go any further than that. All right. I'm gonna say that's the way it goes. Not a huge fan of the way that fits in there, but it doesn't fall out, so you don't need the glue. All right, so next step is putting in this horseshoe looking thing. This is gonna go on these outer parts. Like that. All right, and then we're gonna do this part, and this is gonna go here. There you go. And then it's this big long one. And it's going to go up here. And it snaps in place like that. All right. And then this part goes right above it. All just sandwiches on top of each other. And then this part sits right on top of it all like that. All right. That is how it should look. All right, last and final step is step 8. See what we're getting into here. You got the helmet and the chest panel, and I think we're just working on the neck mostly on this one. Let's get the pieces out here. Make sure you're saving the tools from the previous builds because you will need those moving forward. So like this one, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need this for this one. All right, so let's see what we got. So first step is to get the helmet back out, or the chest plate back out, and we're just gonna attach this section right here. Make sure that's pushed in right, okay. And this looks like it goes this way maybe. Yeah, but you got the squares over there. And we're just gonna punch it into the holes. Not like that though, a little better than that. There's 3 holes. You just wanna line it up. Boom. And it all snaps right in place, okay? So that is that, so we can move that to the side. Now we're gonna go back to the neck section. This is where we were with it last step. And this is going to attach like this. Looks like. There are 2 holes right here. And they're gonna line up with the 2 holes right here. Just like that. All right. And we're gonna need these and the screws. Yeah, we're gonna do that. One of these guys. They're gonna go like this. This is where you want to save the tools. Otherwise, you need to go buy some new tools. And then he's gonna go right here, right? Yeah. There you go. All right, there's one. And then we gotta put another one on the front side there. Let's try that. All right, and it should look like this. So we're gonna have another one next week maybe, who knows. All right, and then the last step is to punch in these things into these little slots right here. Just like that. All right. All right, so we can move this off to the side. And then we're gonna work back into the interior of the helmet again. This time adding in this thing. Looks like we only have one. So this is going to fit in on the inside of the helmet. There's 2 holes, and right here, right above that piece that we just put in. So this is going to fit in like this. Again, kind of difficult to do because of the shape of the helmet. There you go. Just like that. Okay. And then we got one last section, which is this piece, and this fits right above that nose section. That's going to go in right here. Just like that. All right, that is that. All right, so this month was actually very easy. All the parts just snapped right into place, not really difficult at all. That's something I do like about this kit compared to the Falcon. There's not a lot of glue that I need to apply to anything. Everything kind of just snaps into place or has a screw that connects it, and it's going along really, really well. The only problem I had with this stage was just this center section, which I'm not still completely 100% comfortable with the way that's fitting into place. Let me know in the comments if you've gotten to this far and see something different. You know, I'm curious to see, maybe that's just the way it fits, and you know, it's just my own OCD that's bothering me and it doesn't sit flush completely. But anyway, I'm really enjoying the build so far. Let me know what you guys think about these steps in the comments below, and tune in to part 4 next month. See you next time, and may the force be with you.